Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a really exciting, if this is what I think it is, I've got something really exciting to share with you guys. Thanks so much to the company who sent this in. I mean, I gotta make sure, so we gotta open it up. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please, make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. All right, let's get into this so we can confirm who it's from. What's weird is it one? Oh, it is a one. I was like, this is so heavy. It has to be two knives. But it isn't. It's one knife. Oh, boy. Obviously, a lot of the weight there is the case. So, thanks to Maxace for sending this in. I appreciate that. I will link this. I'm pretty sure that anybody can get this at, I mean, if you're watching this at the time that I'm unboxing it, you should be able to get it. I'll link it down below, as well as Maxace knives in general. If you've never checked them out, they make some of the wildest stuff on the market, but they also make super practical and very reasonably priced knives. So I'll link them all in the description. Please. Oh, it is. It is slightly, we gotta make sure that guy's tucked away there. He's been jostled around. Oh my God. So I used to have one of these, the first version, and I sold it for some reason, which was stupid. Look at the size of the freaking hardware. Oh man. I got rid of mine and I regretted it, and then they came out with a version 2. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at that. This the gigantic sandstorm integral. Oh my gosh, that is so wicked. I love this. Oh man, I love overbuilt knives. I love big, stupid knives. Why am I such a child? Oh my gosh. I just can't get enough of this stuff, man. That is so awesome. So, what's the difference between the two versions? I honestly have no idea. It's been so long. Look at that wicked blade. Compound recurve tanto? What do we call this? Oh man, that is so wicked. So, I like a good integral, right? I mean, most people know that I'm all about a good integral, especially if it's just absolutely monstrous. And monstrous this is. Now, it doesn't have an overly massive blade stock. I think that actually works pretty well. I mean, it's still thick. Let's measure it. Let's measure it. Are we just calling this the Sandstorm V2, by the way? I mean, okay, here's all their stuff. Here's all their social media. I mean, it'll be linked. If you don't want to type that into your browser, I'll have it linked down below. So, Sandstorm 2. It's just called the Sandstorm 2. Okay. So, blade stock thickness is, it's still pretty thick at 192 thousandths. So, we're still looking at XM24 thickness. The biggest change that I can tell is in the blade. The blade is definitely, that is definitely a new blade shape, right? That is a huge piece of M390. The rock pattern, I'm a big fan, I think, on this knife, because it just kind of adds to the insanity of it. It is definitely just a big, insane knife. Integral, for anybody who doesn't know, in this case, I mean, I understand it is an integral lock or an integral frame lock. We don't say that anymore because it's not the 90s. It's 2023. So, it is a frame lock, and the frame lock is integral to the frame. But generally, you know, we would say that about any knife that is sandwich construction or pillar construction, meaning two separate pieces of titanium making up the frame. This is one solid piece of titanium making up the frame. And that, if you could imagine the piece of titanium they started with to carve this out, whew, wow. No blade play, up, down, left, or right. So, somebody directed my attention to a video that Maxace did of their Hephaestus, which, I mean, it'll function, this will function about the same way. The Hephaestus is not an integral. It's two pieces of titanium, right? But it's got the same type of deal where it's got the twist down lock and it's got the pin lock. And you can find this on Maxace's YouTube channel. There's always people questioning like, but it couldn't possibly be as strong as the Triad. Dude, they they pound this thing into the dirt. It is so it's far more durable than I was even, to a lot of people, when I always talk about the durability of the additional points of contact, right? A lot of people think that I over-exaggerate. Dude, they blew that over-exaggeration out of the water. It is amazing how unbelievably durable these things are when there's an additional point of contact. We have this, and this lock actually twists down and prevents the frame lock, which is already locking the knife out. It prevents it from moving over. So, yeah. The geometry of the blade, obviously that's keeping the blade from taking any unbelievable damage or critical damage, right? But yeah, make no mistake, when you have something like this, when you have a frame lock, most of the time the frame lock by itself, if the geometry is correct, right? The frame lock by itself is more than enough. You're holding it in place, right? But in the case of some of these Maxace knives, you have the additional over treble lockdown right here and another stop pin, which actually goes through the blade. It can't come apart. At this point, the only thing that is more durable is a fixed blade of the same dimensions, right? I'm not talking about a little skinny, tiny thing because that'll snap way before even this. But yeah, so they're not just for show. Stuff like this is absolutely durable. Man, this is cool. I'm so happy to have this back. My knife case that houses all of my monstrous overbuilt knives is actually full, which means I have to order another overbuilt knife case. And I'm about to fill up my 4th regular Pelican case, and I have to order another. I should ask Snalpack if they'll cut me a deal after I order 6 cases, right? Yeah, it's going to be an expensive case season for me. As per usual, it looks like Maxace providing an enormous amount of additional hardware. Look at the size of these thumb studs. Oh my gosh. And then we have the pivot barrel. This is more than a quarter. This has got to be one of the biggest pivot barrels I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. That's unreal. I think that's actually the biggest. I'm not saying it's the biggest pivot barrel that's ever existed on a knife, but usually a 1/4-inch pivot barrel is that's plenty substantial, right? Wow. Unreal, man. That is crazy. So there's the pivot assembly right there. Alrighty. You know what? This will get a review for sure. It should be available. I think they have these in San this time around. I would love to see Maxace do one of these integrals with Black Timascus and a mirror blade. I would just die. But I never seem to be quick enough or in the know when those things come around, right? Maxace doesn't whisper to me going, hey, you want to buy this under the table? They don't ever let me know. They're like, oh yeah, we did those, sorry. So, but that's fair. That's how they should do it, right? I don't like finding out anybody's getting any special favors. Not that I haven't in the past, right? It'd be silly to pretend that that type of thing doesn't present itself sometimes. I always have to pay for it, right? But yeah, wow, I'm super impressed with this. If you buy this, does it make you more prepared, or is the tool more capable than a standard utilitarian folding knife? No, and very few people are under that delusion. The purpose of this is big knife fun, crazy big knife fun, haha, but it's also made super well. For some reason, this is a concept that is very, very difficult for some people to wrap their heads around. It isn't any more complicated than that. You don't have to solve a riddle, right? You don't have to present the argument of dollar for dollar utility and how it exists at a much lower price point. That would have been a great argument for people stepping into the knife world for the first time back in the early 2000s. I would say there was substantially more confusion then, but still, the vast majority of people get it, right? Sometimes people just like ridiculous things, right? It's kind of like when you see somebody put a lift kit on a Volkswagen Beetle. Why? I don't know, but some people are into it, right? I'm not saying this is the same thing, but yeah, people like this stuff. It's just fun. It's just goofy. I'm one of those people. I think it's really cool. That's going to be pretty much it. You'll get a full comprehensive review of this thing. You know what we didn't do? We didn't weigh it. Let's weigh it real quick just so people know, because it's going to be big, right? Come on. Uh-oh. We're pooping out. We're going to have to take one of the batteries out here real quick. The scale this scale starts to lose it when the batteries start running out. I'll weigh it in grams because we're here. People keep requesting that I do weight in grams. 292 grams. How about ounces? Only 10.3 ounces. No big deal, guys. Just a 10.3 ounce knife in your pocket. Big boy. How long is it? We're going to talk about weight. We got to talk about length. We already did girth. Oh. Okay. Where is my freaking... there it is. 10 inches. We got a 10-inch boy, 4.5-inch blade, 4.35-inch cutting edge. Yeah, it's big. It's my my analysis, my professional assessment. Big. It's big. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.